I did find it confusing that her friend Shannon is the redhead, but her name is Ariel. It kept like throwing me mentally.
That's a good point.
Let's just dive into the book. So, as I mentioned, for the first time, we are really not in Shadyside at all. We are following a trio of Shadyside students who are driving back after a ski weekend. Well, a trio plus Red, a guy from the ski lodge who asked for a lift back to Brockton. It was supposed to be Randy, our main girl Ariel's boyfriend, but they had a really big fight at the ski lodge because Randy wanted to come back early and not miss a game. And so he ended up like leaving her a note and saying that he took the bus back home. And so somehow they just met this guy and decided to give him a ride back in this car that has no heat in the middle of winter. It is established several times that Doug drives like a maniac.
An absolute maniac. I don't know how they all stood for that. It was crazy.
No,
It's
in
snowing
these,
out, visibility is barely there.
I know, and it's established that like Red is from the area. I mean, I honestly would be like, no, I think this like random man that we found would be better at driving right now, honestly.
And I think he does offer, but Doug is too much of a bro
Yeah.
to let that happen. He's like, no, this is my car. I'll drive it how I want.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
So their driving conditions are awful. They end up like slipping and they just get to a point where they're like, we can't do this anymore. And Red suggests, he's from the area. He suggests turning down a country road because they plow those before the highways. I'm giving a little side eye here, but anyone who lives anywhere where it snows knows that that's not the case. But anyway, somehow these kids who live in Ohio, where it does snow, don't think about this. These kids believe him. They go up this country road and then the car dies. Like they have a lot of arguments like in the meantime leading up to it. Eventually the car dies. They do see a what looks like old lodge farmhouse and they all decide to just like go up there and knock on the door and just try their luck.
Yeah, they really have no option at this point because they're pretty stranded.
And with no car.
No
Yeah,
car,
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
snowing. What are you going to do?
So the lights are on in this house. So they knock and they are greeted by this strange hulking man named Lou and his tiny wife, Ava. I would say the vibes immediately off as a reader, but like we mentioned, like they don't have a lot of options. And this is a warm place to stay for the night while they wait out this storm.
Exactly. They're grateful to be let in because,
Yes.
yeah, otherwise they're kind of screwed.
So up front, Lou is very weird with Shannon, who we establish is a redhead and just can't help but making like statements about how much he loves redheads. This makes everyone uncomfortable. I would like to reiterate that these are children. These are high school students. And this adult man has a full wife just right there as he's being weird and creepy towards Shannon. Obviously, we've also established Doug is a bro and hot-headed. So I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure this combination of personalities will just end up perfectly okay.
Yeah, that whole thing was super creepy. Yeah, adult versus child situation is obviously creepy in and of itself. But yeah, the fact that he's married and his wife is right there just adds another layer of what are you even doing here, man?
Yeah. So, I mean, they are like welcoming, like Ava makes them all tea and tells them all to like make themselves comfortable. They can stay here. She has, room upstairs for all of them to spend the night. And, it seems like a decent setup for the situation that they're
Yeah.
in. Um, Lou does spend the majority of the night telling just awful stories about his friends and telling them that all the guns around the house are loaded. Every Fear Street character that has a gun does not believe in gun safety. Everyone's guns in these books are just loaded and lying around at all times.
Yeah, wild. And yeah, we're not off to a very very good start with the creepiness, the guns. Yeah, it's not ideal.
No, not at all. Then they go through a thing where like Lou opens the door, notices a tree branch has fallen on the roof, and all the guys go outside to fix it. And Lou comes back just like complaining about Doug being like, "Oh, he wasn't a good listener." And Ariel is just kind of tired of all of this. So she asks like what room she's in. Ava shows her to her room, and she just goes to sleep until she hears the front door open and close. And she comes out of her room and sneaks downstairs where she runs into Red.